to my channel. Today is Monday and we are doing true crime tales. As always, we have a content warning. You guys know it gets nasty, it gets graphic, it gets violent. As always. So just, if you can't handle that, then this is not the channel for you. And if you're looking for something more friendly, you can visit my makeup channel or my gaming channel. Okay, with that being said, we'll get into it. Robert Smallwood is an American convicted serial killer who strangled 3 women to death in Lexington, Kentucky from 1999 to 2006. The killings were thought to be unrelated until August 2006 when they were linked together through DNA testing. Smallwood was arrested the following month, pleaded guilty to each murder, and was sentenced to life imprisonment in 2007. Smallwood was born in December 1973 in Lexington. He had one sister, Elizabeth, who moved to North Carolina in her early adult years. Therefore, she became the 8th murder victim of the Edgecombe County serial killer who is currently still unidentified. In 1997, Robert married a woman named Nisha and fathered 5 children. The couple later separated at an unknown date. Smallwood committed his first serious crime in 1993 when he entered the home of 83-year-old retired schoolteacher Viola Green. Inside the house, he attacked Green, bound her wrists, and raped her before leaving the house. Green survived with no injuries, but later died from natural causes in 1998, never knowing the identity of her attacker. In 1998, Smallwood was arrested for a different sexual assault, that of a woman found tied to a tree, after his DNA was found on her purse. Smallwood was tried, but his defense argued that since the victim was a prostitute, she must have consented to the sex, and he was acquitted a year later. Following his acquittal, Smallwood continued committing assaults. In December 1999, he broke into the apartment of 48-year-old Doris Ann Roberts. He gagged and strangled Roberts with her own clothing until her death. After a few days without seeing her, Roberts' neighbors broke into her apartment and found her body. Roberts had a history of alcohol abuse and domestic violence, and weeks before her murder, her roommate, Raymond Bean, had suffered a heart attack and died. 3 years later, Smallwood murdered his second victim, 29-year-old Sonora Allen. Allen was a Lexington native and mother of 4 daughters and 2 sons. She had also struggled with drug abuse. In August of 2002, Allen met with her family on 4th Street. Days later, on August 15th, her body was found in the Fortune Pizza parking lot. It was ruled that she had been killed hours before. During that time, Smallwood had either strangled or smothered her to death due to her body showing no obvious wounds. So it means there was she didn't fight back. And that's unfortunate, but it happened. So he got no wounds, she had no defensive wounds. Allen's shorts were pulled down to her thighs and her tank top was slightly pulled over her breast, signs she may have been sexually assaulted. In May 2025, Smallwood was arrested for obtaining illegal substances. And yes, I double checked this, May of 2025. So, like, 23 years. Yeah. 23 years it took him to get this guy and put him in prison for anything. And in September of that year, pleaded guilty to possession of drug paraphernalia and first-degree possession of a controlled substance. Afterwards, he was given a year of probation. While on probation, oh, I don't think that's supposed to be 2025. I'm so sorry. That's supposed to be 2005. I just forgot to edit that. It was May of 2005, not 2025. So it only took them 3 years. But yeah. Okay, that's slightly better. Anyway, while on probation on April 6th of 2006, how I detected my mistake, Smallwood broke into 33-year-old Erica Butler's home, bound her wrists, and strangled her to death. In June 2006, Smallwood was arrested, violating his probation for an unrelated incident and sentenced to 1 year in prison. In August of 2006, the Kentucky State Police Forensic Lab was able to confirm through DNA testing that the same man committed all 3 murder cases. Following the breakthrough, police alerted the public of the at-large serial killer and urged anyone with further information to come forward. The police department formed a task force with about 20 people to investigate. At the same time, the FBI joined the department in their search. Witnesses who were present during Butler's murder helped develop a sketch of the suspect, which was then handed out to residents who were interested in the search. And in an attempt to locate the killer, DNA from him was submitted in national databases, but no matches were found. Lexington Police Chief Anthony Beatty said that a series of murders linked to a serial killer was unprecedented in this city. While the investigation was going on, Smallwood was still in prison serving his 1-year sentence. While in prison, his DNA was compared to the cases, and it matched, and so he was charged with the murders along with the 1993 rape of Viola Green. When his arrest went public, Kentucky police called him Lexington's first serial killer. Smallwood pleaded not guilty, which meant he could have gone to trial for these crimes the following year. He eventually pleaded guilty. We have got through the whole thing without me yawning. I don't know why this happens every time I start filming. I'm not even tired. And in 2007, received a life sentence without the possibility of parole. And that's very short and sad story of Robert Smallwood and his victims. I am so sorry about that date mistake. I usually like double and triple and quadruple check my writing because I don't like to mess up. So I don't know how I overlooked that. But yeah, it was 2005, not 2025. I need to do better, obviously. But yeah, I usually don't make those mistakes because I double and triple and quadruple check everything. But we know better for next time. Sorry that was a short one. There really wasn't a whole lot on him. And you know, we're on the state of Kentucky now, so like he was the worst case they've had. So yeah. Alright, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. As always, please don't do anything I wouldn't do. Make good choices and be cautiously kind to others. I'll see y'all next week. Bye.